Oh yeah, what's going on, everybody? Happy Blues Day Tuesday by cracky. How y'all doing? The old huckster here. Tuesday morning, got my Jaws mug this morning because I went and saw freaking Jaws this weekend. What y'all think of my thumbnail for today with Jaws chomping at the heels of weapons? Good one, Bob. But yeah, man, good morning. Look, I got the old iced tea in the old mug. Let's give her a taste. Perfection. So, look, y'all, I hope you had a good weekend. I did 2 more weeks before my beloved little daughter shuffles off to college. Why? So yeah, then it'll just be me and you guys. The wife will be here too, but in the morning on Tuesday, it's just me and you guys. Right now, she's sleeping like a little angel, and that's how we're going to keep it for 2 more weeks. Because then she'll have to get up all by herself. Good luck to her, because, she loves to sleep. We were all there, right? As teenagers, man, the longer we slept, the better. But look, y'all, let's get to the show. It's going to be a good one. We got some, huge stuff to talk about. We'll talk about some new stuff as well. But in the meantime, you know the drill. Bob, good luck to you. He was a little off last week because the graphics weren't working. They're back to working a little this week. KB, if you're popping in there, oh, I see you right there. I'm going to chat with you after this. Maybe if you're free this week, maybe we can do a little working on the new format. But until then, grab a drink, grab a snack, because it's time for the morning mug. Let's go. Hey, my friends, welcome back to the morning mug. Now let's chat. Oh yeah, bravo, y'all. A little lost in space there. Oh my goodness, how is it going out there? Let's just jump in. Hang on, let's we like to also trim the fat as we go along, delete the videos as we go, so they're out of my face. Bob, you're doing an excellent job this morning. Let's give it up for Bob. Bravo, Bob. Let's see who's here. Who is in the cafe? Will is here. What's up, William? Good morning, man. Good to see you, bro. And look at that, Van Gool. What's up, everyone? Little early birds today. Love it. Hey, Huck, good morning to you. About Swordfish. Nice. I got that as well. She got Phantom of the Opera, the remake, and the Lilo and Stitch on Blu-ray. And today I've Lost in Space. I got the Scream Factory version of Lost in Space. It seemed like a lot of people didn't jump on that one for some reason. That was a great release. It was on Blu-ray, and if you pre-ordered it early, you got this poster. It was all the same price. It was $30, and if you did it early, you got the poster. So I got the poster. So I'm not going to upgrade to 4K. I mean, that movie, I like that movie, but it's not one I'm going to keep upgrading. I don't think it's necessary, but had I not bought that, I would have bought this one, especially because of the 50% off sale going on right now. What a good deal. That would have ended up being cheaper than the $30 I paid for the Scream Factory with the poster. So you might be getting one more. I haven't decided yet. The end of the month, American Pie. All right. Last of Us Season 2. Nice, man. Did you hear about the Tron movies? I did. Here's my thing on that. Look, I like Tron, but as soon as I saw those nice new steel books, I'm like, here we go again. There comes some more Disney, mining the well to kind of chew on its audience's pocketbooks. And look, minimum the Deadpool Wolverine stuff was like $60 a steelbook. I'm sure they're not going to shoot that high because these are some older IPs that aren't as, people aren't as excited about as like Deadpool and Wolverine, but they're going to be at least $50. So 100, sorry, eyeballs itching, 100 for two of those movies on 4K. No, not doing it, y'all. Y'all know my drill now. Not doing it. As good as cool as those look. Not doing it. Adrian James, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, y'all hit that like button. Let's do it. Van Gool said he was the first one to smack that sucker. Well done, setting the bar, both of you guys. It is September and it's spooky season. I love that when we hit September, it's already spooky season. What? People like us don't wait for October. We got to get going early. I just did a run to Spirit Halloween. Hopefully I'll get that video up for you guys later today. So be on the lookout. DVD Bonkers has returned. Good morning to you. I was the second person to hit that like button. Yeah, don't get serious until October. I know. Some of us like to get going a little early. I know Sue's doing a big thing over on her channel. Like so many movies. I don't know how she's going to do it. Just Moody is here. Start the parade. What's going on, buddy? Steve and Kelly are here, so it's a great morning. It's a great morning. Hey there, fellow geeks. Please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Yes, sub it up, bro. Come on. Take a bite out of that like button. Dual Jaws style. Smack it. Let's go. Dimension Scott is here. What's up, buddy? Tiger Blue. Hey there, Hucking. Oh, KB, my bud. And other people who thought it was safe to go back in the water. Did you go see it this weekend? Dude, yeah. Oh, did you also see that I went and saw Sign of the Times? Yeah, Gabe. God, it was so good. Like, Sign of the Times was out in the theater this weekend. Prince's concert from, what was it, 1987, I think. Harold is one of the greatest concert films of all time, and I can see why. The thing about that one is for me, like, there are certain Prince albums I know more than others. I certainly bought Sign of the Times back in the time. I don't think I wore that thing out like I did even like Diamonds and Pearls, or of course, Purple Rain in 1999, all that jazz. So to me, it was just because every song wasn't a hit in my head, because it wasn't a greatest hits. For those who haven't seen it, it's not a greatest hits concert. It's just the Sign of the Times album that he's performing. And there are some great songs off that album. So when those kicked in, the crowd got really jazzed into it. We even applauded after certain songs. There's maybe 25 of us in there, like it was a real concert. We just couldn't help it, because to some of us, this is our only time to see Prince in concert, because I didn't get to see him in concert. And it was so good. It sounded great. It sounded like a concert. They had tweaked the audio so it sounds like you're in a concert. If you guys have been to concerts, you know what I mean. There's a certain acoustic quality of being at a concert than just having a concert played off of a movie screen and then just having good audio. They did a great job. And man, KB, am I right or wrong? Is Sheila E. just about one of the greatest drummers of all time? She was killing it. So good. I was just like when she got done with her drum solo, everyone applauded the drum solo. And actually, just during songs, she was working it, man. So yeah, saw two good throwback movies, Jaws and Prince, Sign of the Times, and couldn't have been a cooler weekend. Craig is here. Good morning, Craig. Kelly says I had a good weekend. Went to the flea market. Nicely done. Nicely done. There it is. Digging it. Always got time for you, Huck. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. Thank you, bud. Oh, yeah. Shoot, I can call KB. That's how close KB and I are. Turn your doors. Look, I've already been given the smiteful finger from the wife. Be talking about, no. Oh, believe me. That was the first thing out of my mouth. I was like, oh, look how much bigger this room is than this one. She's like, oh, hell no. Look, so I was like, she's going off to college, but she's still coming back and needs her room. I'm like, oh, all right. I said, but when she buys and moves into her first apartment, she's legit starting her life as an adult, the gloves are off. It's got to be a compromise, right? I'll contain myself for now, but 4 years old. Bob's earning his paycheck. Yeah, he's back in it, Bob. Good for you, buddy. Hello, everyone. All right, Hisham is here. We're doing good, man. Doing good. How do I look and sound? I was having issues with the mic earlier, so hopefully it's good. Apakabarmu hari ini. Huck. Hope I said that. Apakabumi. Oh, no. Kabarmu. Apakabarmu hari ini. And I hope I haven't said something nasty. You better have been nice. Because if I just said that and some people are like, oh, Huck. Hisham. I take a swing at foreign languages. I love that stuff. No Jaws for you. Sign of the Times is great. Excellent sound. Dude, it was the band. It was so good. Yeah. I was so happy. I was worried because I couldn't see it until Sunday. Because it's weird how they did it for us. I don't know how they did it for you, but I guess because other things are on the IMAX. So it wasn't like 100% dedicated to Prince. So it was like Friday night was a one showing at 10:20. I'm like, I'm not going to that. I'm still an older dude. I don't do the late night and stuff like that because it'd be over at midnight. No. Then the next day, well, I was too busy. I couldn't squeeze it in because the times were a little bit later, like 7 and 9. That's cool. But then on Sunday, we got the early shows. We got the 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock show. So I like that they spread it around. So I was able to see the 12 o'clock show. Give me time to go do other stuff. Okay. So you saw Caught Stealing, but it's not a movie you're going to buy. Yep. I kind of heard that. Look, oh my God. So I also saw Honey Don't. And as I said in my review, Honey Don't go see this movie. Look, I don't know. I'm sure it's going to appeal to some people, like Mega Mike the Movie Man, if he's in here. He loves this thing. Guys, y'all, it was such an incomplete film. God, I want to talk to somebody about it so bad. I just want to spoil. I need to talk spoilers and get this out of my skin, and have Mike on to debate why he thought it was so good, because it just yeah. Okay, so without spoiling, I'll tell you a scenario, and you just let me know if this is good writing or bad writing. So the lead, Margaret Qualley, right? She's a private investigator, comes up to a certain location and hears a gunshot. Hears it, like you see it in the character. So the director didn't try to make you think she couldn't hear it. You hear bang, and she kind of goes. So she hears a gunshot. She's a private investigator. And the person that is shot warrants investigating. And then the scene, something sort of happens where the scene ends, and she sees somebody leaving. Scene's over. All done. All done. Like literally, the first thing a private eye should go do is go investigate a gunshot they just heard at the location. She's going, by the way, she was going to this location to meet a certain person. So why didn't she get out of the car to go meet that certain person? Just gave up on that after the gunshot? Like, oh, might be some gunmen in there. I'm out of here. And then that also would have changed how the movie ended. Horrible writing. God, it's just, and the talent is so good. Chris Evans, Margaret Qualley, you got the dude from Sunny in Philadelphia, Charlie Day. I'm sure there's a couple others I'm not thinking of, but good. Oh, Aubrey Plaza is in this. Aubrey Plaza and good old Margaret Qualley. They get it on. I mean, it's they get it on good. There's a lot of getting it on actually in this movie. So if you just want to go see some getting it on, well, then by a cracky, maybe this is the movie for you to go see. But aside from that, and like characters change their demeanor like this. A character is like this, and then suddenly they're like this. And I'm like, what? Anyway, all right, that's my soapbox. That's as much dancing around as I can do of topics and characters without giving anything away. But oh man, yeah, that is one I will not be adding to the collection either. Did you get a banana suck? I did not. Was I supposed to? Was something? Did something pop in here for me to dance? Oh, did somebody give me a? If somebody tosses in, a little tip in Huckster's jar, I'll get up and dance. That's what I do. I don't have the video, so I have to do it live. What's the best comic book of the year? Brave New World, Thunderbolts. Oh, you mean comic book movie? What's the best comic book movie of the year? Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Superman, Fantastic Four. Mr. Scott, you know where I'm going. For me, it was Superman. It's the one, top to bottom, is exactly what I wanted. I needed it to, reset my faith in that character as the hopeful, optimistic character that he is supposed to be, not the dark, brooding, messed up character that Zack Snyder was taking him in. I get it if you like that, but that just means you like Snyder's universe, which is fine. But if you're a comic book reader like I am and was, like Superman was one of the books I read back in the day, that's just not Superman, right? That's not his persona. And I get it, he's probably trying to lead somewhere so that maybe by the end of Snyder's thing, he turns Superman into that good guy, but that would be a long way to go to hit that moment when the character becomes what he's supposed to be. Get out of here with that. So this one gave it to me right away. Freaking look. Oh, I didn't wear it today. I wore it yesterday. I had Crypto t-shirt on yesterday. Look, Crypto is adorable. I think it's a fun addition to give Superman a dog. It's something very different, something playful that you can relate to. It's Superman, man. Like one DC against three Marvels. And in my opinion, it takes the cake. And I even watched Fantastic Four again as a double feature. I just went back in and watched it. And it's good. It's good. Like I was enjoying it the second time, but I saw Superman twice and I liked it twice. So, all right, let's get back to it. KB and I we're gushing over Sheila E. She was so good. God. Right, dude? I mean, when she was just pounding that stuff. Oh, okay, look. And I'm sorry, it's just not fair that Prince has this much talent. So the dude not only plays a piano, plays a guitar, both like a badass, by the way. It's not just some cursory picks it up, moves his face. This guy is a master on both of those. Then Sheila E. gets up to sing a song because she raps like a shotgun, rapid fire. Well, guess who jumps on the drums to take her place while she's singing? That's right. Prince is playing the freaking drums while she's singing. Come on with that, Prince. Jeez Louise, man. And that's what I'm talking about. The showmanship. If you watch my review, the showmanship of Prince it's unparalleled. I just wish I could have seen him one time. But this would be the one, I guess, you know. But man, yeah, Sheila, Prince with his playing of the drums. You watching me on the giant TV? Ooh, there you go. That's for everybody watching it on some big old TV. All right, B-Dubs is here. Good morning, all. Hot up. You mean hit up a flea market as well as grab some Jurassic Park VHS for 50 cents. Oh, sweet. Look at you guys out snagging your deals. Maybe I should get out and go hit up another flea market. It's been a long time. Huckster Laren's here. What's good, Laren? And Johnny. Oh my God. Sound like a zombie. Oh, Johnny, what's going on, man? See, it's too early. I'm trying to get my voice in prime condition. I haven't even talked yet this morning. It's probably not the best thing to instantly some of the first words you say are just on a talk show for an hour to get your voice going. What's up, cool kids? Nice. A day. Let's see. B-Dubs. Guess what I'm about to post? Let's go. Gotta see what KB's gonna post. Y'all get over. If you don't know, get over to KB's channel. Better like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can find out what he's gonna post. Let's go find out. Go ahead. We'll wait. All right, we're back. The one thing Costello was worried about was the cat the whole time of the movie. Oh, there's a cat in the movie? All right. I thought Matt Smith was good in the movie, but it's not enough for me to buy it. Yeah. In fact, it's funny you say that because the whole second trailer that when I was in the theater and they were showing trailers last week for this, it was a shorter trailer and Matt Smith was pretty much barely in the trailer. I'm like, what happened to Matt Smith? I thought the whole springboard to this story was people coming after Matt Smith and finding Gerard Butler instead. Austin Butler. So it'd be a whole different thing if they found Gerard Butler, wouldn't it? Take the asses to camp is what he'd do. But yeah, okay. Who wants to see that movie? This guy. Johnny, what's up? Everybody's coming into the cafe, grabbing some chairs, copping a squat, pulling up a stool. Superman and Fantastic Four First Steps box office weekend. Well, I mean, we're gonna get to the box office. Did you want me to sashay to the box office now? Howdy, Mr. McMullen. Greetings, Highlander. Why am I doing that all of a sudden? Been watching Titans, The Rise of Hollywood on Netflix. Oh, that sounds cool. 6-part story of how Hollywood were created in the 1900s. Ooh, dude, that sounds good. I want to see that. I want to see that, caveman. My man, Larry. That's right. And look at that. Bonnie is here. Hit the likes. Good morning, Bonnie. Everyone say hello to the queen. She's here. Bonnie warrants all of our attention. On one knee, folks. There you go. Bravo. Hey, Laren. Hey, Bonnie, and Dan, and what up, Dubs? Right, we're getting some hazing. Prince played all of his instruments on his second album. He's my all-time favorite. Seen him. I am jelly, as the kids would say. 5 times? Oh, dude. That is fantastic. And you know, it's funny because the previous concert he had, before the last one where he passed away, is I wanted to see that one, and then I don't know what the circumstances happened, I couldn't see it, but then I was like, when I heard actually both him when Michael Jackson was going on tour and when Prince was going on tour, I'm like, this has got to be it. I got to start hitting those bucket lists. I've seen Madonna, I've seen Bowie, I've seen like as many big ones as I can get my hands on, and they were both on my list. And then just before we could even get a chance, but dude, I'm so pumped you get to see him 5 times. Oh, that is just legendary. Mama Blu-rays here. What's Sue gonna get? And the Steelbook Crew. We're gonna have to go check now. I got the ability to roll in the thing, so we all just gonna hang on. Hang on before we get all crazy. Bob, do you have that ready? No, Bob, you're doing a good job. Let's not start slacking. I know you're playing some Roblox over there, but let's get it on, buddy. All right, so we're just gonna share this thing, do a little fake song, be talking about what's Sue gonna get? Hey, what's Sue gonna get? And these guys too, all Steelbook Crew. Of course, we know the Steelbook Crew. This dude's the legends. The legends. I know they're gonna go snack some stuff. So let's go see what it's going to be. So, Bob, if you would be so kindly as to pop that up. You are a legend in your own mind, Bob. Bravo. Hold on. Come on. Slow and steady. Here we go. There it is, Bob. Well done, sir. What just happened? What? Wow, the whole screen just went blank. Oh, wow. All right, StreamYard is back at it, y'all. It couldn't. Here it goes. Look, no hands. It's slowly trying to do what I asked it to do. There it is. Wow. All right. KB, this is why we got to talk. Did you see that lag? I literally went blank for a second, and then it took it. Like, no hands. All right. Well, let's just see. We got, here it is. These are the new releases. So, Lost in Space from Arrow. That's what's coming out on 4K there. Two Jakes. We're getting that on Blu-ray and 4K. Salvador with James Woods. Frankenstein's Bloody Terror on Blu-ray. You got the Superman, the Christopher Reeve box set, 5-film collection. Not really 5. It's 4 movies with an alternate cut of Superman 2. It should have Superman Returns in there. That would have been nice. Right? I mean, because that's all kind of in the same universe. It's like, it's clear that Brandon is carrying on that version of Superman. So why that's not in there in a nice 4K. I liked Superman Returns a lot. I like Brandon Routh a lot. I thought he got kind of hosed not getting at least a second film. Let's keep moving down. You got your Huckleberry Finn. I should sue them for some rights or something. You got your Smoke on Blu-ray. I don't know what Queen Millennia, the complete something is. But look, you got this little sci-fi collection 4-pack. That's pretty dang good, man. Beast from 1,000 somethings, Attack the Fifth-Wheel Woman, them. Like, oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. The weird thing is, because I'm such a sci-fi nut, I have all 4 of those in separate releases. So, yep. There's a little double pack there of Smoke and Blue in the Face. Now, Warner Archive this is a big day for them. Look, so going back up to that sci-fi thing, they got that one coming out. Then they've got this Errol Flynn collection, Greta Garbo collection. They're kind of killing it on today. Got some animation. There's a single of Blue in the Face. It's all coming out from Kino Lorber. So you can either get Smoke and Blue in the Face separate or grab that 2-pack if you like both of them. Blur to the End. Never heard of that one. Got some anime. Tarzan of the Apes. There you go. That looks like, to me, that looks like another Warner Archive. Yep. Undisputed, Lords of Discipline on Blu-ray, and another anime, A Nobody's Way to an Exploration of a Hero. So there you go. So that is what's out today. Now, for the Steelbook Crew, I'm afraid to tell you, it doesn't look that good. Now, it does look like this is the Steelbook collection of Superman. So if you even can remotely find that, I think that is a online order only. I never saw that in Walmart at all, since that's pretty much the only place. And I certainly don't see it in Barnes & Noble. So that would be an order steelbook only. The rest is all just going to be 4Ks and other releases. So I'm not sure what anybody's picking up today. What on this list here? I know we got Dave getting lost in space, but do any of these get anybody excited? Let me know in the comments. All right, so we're going to try to just ditch this, remove it. Come on, Bob, do it. You can do it. Ugh. So there it is. All right, so sharing tabs is a big hell no for. I am confident that they put it in the software for this, that when you've got the free trial, that is supposed to go that slow. Because I got a fast computer. That should have looked much better. But there you go. Soon, the Steelbook crew, that's what's out there today for each and every one of you as well. Let me take a swig and keep moving on. Adrian James. Look at this. Here we go. The Pun Toaster's here. Huckster's in the house. What's going on, man? Like, go check out Luke's channel, man. Luke's got a rad channel. I was hoping to. I told my boy they did a watch along this Sunday. Go check that watch along out. Luke, hit us up with your link in the description. I know Caveman just dropped in KBs right down there. But yeah, man, I was gonna go play with him on Sunday, but like 2 weeks left with the critter in the house. I got to max out all my days after that. The Huckster's gonna be like looking to do everybody's channel. So yeah, hit me up then, because there you go. Sup, Luke? All right, there it is. There's KB's goods. So get over to KB, find out what he's about to post. Dude's got a fantastic channel. Does some great conversations over there. Just amazing. If I have a feeling everybody that's here, but there are well over 100 people that see this. Usually these averages about 150 and above. And so I'm sure some of you aren't subscribed yet. Subscribe to me if you keep coming back. Well, come on now. Let's get a subscribe and a like out of you. That'd be great. And then go check out KB, because then I figured if you're not able to join live, you might be someone who doesn't know KB. So go check him out. He's good. He's good stuff. So is Luke. Go check out Luke. Go check out everybody. Go check out Caveman. Caveman's always pimping out people. Go to Caveman's channel. Give him a look. Dave's channel. Everybody's got a good channel. And we've dropped lots of links before. We don't have to start dropping links again, or we do them as we go. Hopefully people have checked those out as we go. But for Caveman and Luke, like Luke, I don't think we've dropped his yet. So if we can drop Luke's, that'll be our 2 courtesy drops for today. There we go. Everybody getting in, saying hey. All right, come on, throw me some questions, y'all. You gotta help me keep this going. I feel like I just once I see everybody saying hey, I gotta like keep the ball rolling. So here's the thing. I'm gonna 4K releases. Let's talk about that. Of which movies, just in general. Put a pin in you right there. So what I want to do, y'all, is I'm going to start using the community tab. Something new to add to this channel is I want to do some sort of topics that you guys can participate in, whether it's like a this or that, or a higher or lower, or a battle royale between this movie, that movie, or actor versus actor, or fantasy casting, or this and that. Whatever the ideas are, help me come up with a few. Throw them in the comments here. If you watch this on the replay, leave it in the comments and see what we can come up with, because what I want to do is ask you these Q&As before the show, and then we can address them when we get on here. So whichever one we pick, whether it's like a, which, for example, what popped in my head is earlier, you had asked which was the better, Dimension Scott asked which is the better superhero movie out of the 4, and I chose Superman. That would be a great topic to bring up. What's the, what I'm trying to say, a little about some sort of like a this or that, like a one-on-one kind of thing, like how do I think something's going to do? Is it going to make this much money or that much money? Or, I don't know, just some topics I'm trying to just pull out of thin air and have fun things to talk about. Because I know what we tend to do is we have a lot of hellos and heys and highs, but I want to get more conversations going in the comments. All right, let's see. We're only at 11 likes, and we have 18 people in here. Hit that like button. You tell them. Collector Movie Man. My dream girlfriend is engaged. Oh no, who is it? Is it? I don't know who the dream girl is. We all have our little, you know, side. What do they call them? Hall passes. We all have hall passes. I just have to put a new one on your hall pass, man. And hall passes, it's okay. Hey, B Dubs, Bonnie, Adrian, Steve, getting some haze in there. All right, I'm just gonna blow over some haze, y'all. Van Gool says, I agree with you. Superman Returns to Brandon Ralph should be included. It should be insult. Is it what? It's not including it is a insult, right? Why is AB not? Why is AB? Why is WB not giving it us on 4K? I don't know, man. It's very well deserved. Hold on. Hang on. Dog just walked in. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. I got to give him a little treat. Oh. All right. Always comes in to see how I'm doing. All right. Let's see. Yeah, man. Look, let's give some Superman Returns some 4K love. Speaking about Superman, if Superman has a sequel, what Superman villain would you really see? There you go. This is kind of what I'm talking about. What super villain would you want to see on the big screen you've never seen before? On the big screen. And look, Superman, here's the thing. Superman's got a rogues gallery of bad guys, just like Batman. But unlike Batman, we don't seem to mine those for gold. I mean, the fact that we were seeing like Metamorpho. I mean, yes, Lex is back. I think you have to start the universe by having Lex in it. Like, I think it's integral that Lex is always a part of Superman's world, but it's just going to be very boring for the audience if he just fights Lex every time, because this was fine. And, Lex had his little video game thing. I don't ever want to see that again. That was fine for this movie, but, A1, B6. Okay, we don't need that anymore. So if Lex is around, I think he's got to be more of just a menacing presence that sort of, basically the animated series is what I'm getting at, with Clancy Brown doing the voice. And he was just basically a political figure, always sort of pulling strings, then so Superman couldn't really get to him. And like, that's the kind of Lex I'd like to see just sort of populating the Superman movies. But I don't think we've ever seen Brainiac on the screen. I don't think we've seen, we haven't seen Metallo on screen. Like, I'm talking about big screen, not like the TV shows and stuff like that. So, and I would say Lobo, but we're going to get Lobo and Supergirl. So I think we're already off. And James Gunn loves the obscure stuff. So I feel like we're going to get those other villains. James Gunn likes to bring in things like the Weasel and Polka Dot Man and things of that nature. So I'm feeling pretty good that we're going to see new villains in the future for Superman. Slim Pickens, Laren, I get you. It's true. Yeah, I mean, for me, there's nothing. There's nothing this week. Like I said, I already have the Lost in Space Scream Factory. I'm not going to upgrade to 4K. I mean, that's not even a chunky box, I don't think, right? That's just a regular slipcover version with tons of, but whatever. I watched it when I got it. You know what I mean? I try to show something love quickly, although that doesn't always happen. What else? Yeah, I'm sort of looking over here at the list. Yeah, and yeah, nothing's jumping out, man. I don't even know anything for the Sue and the Steelbook crew to go get with passion, Yeah, since I got the Arrow 4K for Lost in Space last month, this week's aren't really. Yeah, Peak Emissions. Oh, you got it early? You got it early, man? Oh, do you know people? Are you special? Come on, Johnny. What's your secret? There it is. Look at Caveman showing the. There's Luke, man. Get over to the Pontos channel. Hit it, like it, sub it, and just be on the lookout, man. Does fun stuff over there. Thanks, Guy. Got a conversation tonight with B-Dubs. There it is. So there it is, y'all. We're going to have B-Dubs and KB tonight having a conversation. Going to be sweet. So let's get over there and show them some love. Y'all get over there. If you're new to KB, hit like, sub, notify, so you get the notification when it starts. Bonnie's going to be there. It's going to be a party. Hope to be there as well. Huck, now that fall's approaching, what fall movies are you looking forward to? Ooh, fall movies. Well, I mean, that's funny. I don't know. Like, I don't have fall movies in my brain. Like, fall movies? I never even thought about that. It's more just like the challenge continues, although we're going to talk about that in a second. I had a good. I'm a little behind on making the videos for them, but I'm logging them on Letterbox. If you guys are following my Letterbox, I'm going to tell you what I watched for the 52-week movie challenge in just a second. So, but definitely the horror stuff. I haven't made my list yet, but I do know there are some that I've acquired that I still haven't seen yet or opened yet. So those will make the list. And of course, for anthology, I already got a little itch scratched by watching Trick or Treat. Man, I love that movie. That is so good. Golly, like, or maybe in the theaters. Are you talking about the theaters? Because I'm ready for the wrap up of Wicked. The more I see the trailer, I'm getting pumped for Wicked Part 2. I think not John Cho, was it Chris Cho? Chris Cho directed. Oh, what's the director from Wicked? Y'all let me know. I think it's Chris Cho. But man, what a phenomenal job he did on that first one. And from my understanding, because all the music was already existed from the play, that's why you can't nominate, for those who don't know how it works, you can't nominate a song for the Oscars if it's not originally written for that screen, right? For that movie. And so all that was pre-existing, but they wrote a brand new song for the next Wicked. So I'm quite certain they are hoping that one will tickle everyone's fancy, just like Popular, and sneak in and maybe win another Oscar for that franchise. So that one, Fischio, I dig the Avatar movies in the cinema. I think they're visually a feast to go see. They're always, I mean, Cameron just can't seem to make a movie under 3 hours anymore, which is a bummer. That's also, to me, I think what keeps those being massively rewatchable, because you have to just carve out 3 hours. Like that's happening with a lot of films too. I feel like people just, they don't care. They're just like, oh, let's just keep making long movies. But that there is something to be said about a 2-hour time slot. It's a and certainly hour and a half, man. I saw 2 movies at an hour and a half. Nobody 2 and Nobody, or Honey Don't, were both an hour and a half. One of them was much better than the other. So yeah, man. Like, I don't know. What else? I guess I kind of need a list in front of me, but just those popping off my head. Want to see those? What did you watch for your challenge? Oh, you watched the Kane Mutiny Court Martial from a couple years back. It was good. All right, cool. Okay, I'm digging this. All right, so that's my cue. You've cued me, Mr. Moody. Hang on. Everything works a little slower during the show. Even Bob, chop. Here we go. All right. So again, we're going to attempt to share as best we can without it slowing the computer down to a snail's pace. All right. Here we go. 52 movie challenge. Bob, if you would, please. Let's go. Okay. See, it's going to be one of these. So how you guys doing? We're just waiting for the StreamYard to catch up. Browser can't access your screen. Try a different method. Oh. Boo! StreamYard, you suck. All right, this is the same StreamYard that let me share my opening screen a second ago. We're going to try it one more time. All right, one more time. Don't have a lot of faith in it. If it doesn't, then we'll just talk about it. This is my 52-week movie challenge, and it's taking a little time. I don't think it's going to work. All right. Nope, it didn't work. Fantastic StreamYard. Can't wait to give you another thumbs down when this is over. All right, so the movie that I watched 12 Angry Men, the remake from 1997, because a lot of my friends out there, you guys know who you are. You've told me, oh, Huck, if you like the original 12 Angry Men, watch the remake. I know it seems like a blasphemy. It's a remake, blah, blah, but it's equally as good. Check it out. And so at first I had watched The Firm a couple days before this and realized after I pretty much watched The Firm, it's more of just a crime drama about a firm that's doing crooked things. There was no courtroom drama, and it's not political, really, because it's more about mob influence and stuff like that. So I'm like, I can't, in good context, use that as my challenge. Like, so, because it was a great movie. It was a fun movie. But so I watched 12 Angry Men, and then just if I could show you the picture, oh, you guys would just love it. So listen to this. Listen to this cast. Courtney B. Vance, Ozzie Davis, George C. Scott, Armin Mueller-Stahl, he was amazing. Dorian Harwood, James Gandolfini, Tony Danza is in this. Yes, sir. Jack Lemmon, sitting right next to Jack Lemmon. Hume Cronin, so good as the smart old, the observant old guy. Okay, I'm going to give this a swing. McKelty Williamson, Edward James Olmos, and William Peterson from the CSI TV show when he was a youngster. This cast was great, and I loved it because it just captured the drama just like the original one did. Now, for me, like some of that surprise element, like the knife and all that stuff, I knew all that kind of stuff was coming because when it happened originally in the black and white version, I was like, oh, like those moments had a little bit more shock and awe from me because, didn't know about them. And this one I knew about them. So it was just a matter of seeing how William Friedkin, directed by William Friedkin, by the way. So, and he did a phenomenal job. I just love how it is very hard to block a movie like this, move the camera around the table, get everybody up and moving so they're not always just sitting down. You got to get them by the window. You got to get them by the water cooler. You got to put them in the bathroom. A lot of that stuff that was in the original, he did in this as well. But it was interesting to see how he kept it flowing. And yeah, 12 Angry Men, though, it's all about this. And in this film, it's a young Latino that's been accused, of murdering his father. And Mary McDonald is the judge in the brief appearance that she's there. And it's all about, is this kid guilty? And is there a reasonable doubt to let this kid go to jail or perhaps get the death sentence? Or is he innocent? And boy, when you watch how some people fight for him to be guilty because they got a baseball game they want to go to, let's say like he's guilty. All the evidence points, let's get out of here. And there's other people where race plays a thing into this, and they are not letting off because of race, not because the kid, he could be innocent or guilty, but because they have an issue with the race. And then there's just others about personal issues getting in the way, and just each person's thing. And also my daughter came out about just as shortly after it started, because she'd seen the original in high school. By the way, kudos to the high school that shows 12 Angry Men to high schoolers, because she loved it. So good on you there. And she could tell by the dialogue in the scene, she goes, is this 12 Angry Men? I go, yeah, this is a remake. She plopped right down. We finished watching the whole thing together because she loved the original. And so when this was over, we liked it as well. But yeah, I mean, it's a great acting piece. The original's a great acting piece. This is a great acting piece. I'm sure I was going somewhere and I forgot where I was going, but yeah, it's good stuff. It's what was it? It's probably about the kid. Yeah. Anyway, so good movie. I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. Fantastic. So next week, as we roll into starting on Wednesday, like all my weeks start on Wednesday to Wednesday, right? Because that's the calendar year started. January 1st was a Wednesday. Is watch a Bette Davis or a Katharine Hepburn movie. I don't know which one. And the reason I kept doing this, I kept putting as many opportunities with Bette Davis in, is because I wanted to watch All About Eve. That's a movie that my wife says, you got to see All About Eve. It's a classic. And so I had 4 challenges in this year. It's like watch an old black and white movie, watch a classic, like best written thing, whatever I could wedge that movie into just in case, because I didn't know where it was going to fall. And now, of course, the last shot at seeing it is here, which is watch a Bette Davis movie. I have already watched it. If you've been following along, I think it was like it was one of the earlier challenges. And so I've already seen it. So I'm probably going to lean towards a Katharine Hepburn movie. If anybody would like to suggest one, I'm personally leaning towards, what is it? The African Safari, oh crap. What is it? The African something with, Bogart. Why am I blanking on it? Anyway, I'm leaning towards that one, whatever that title is. So yeah, unless you guys got another one, throw it out there. Maybe I'll roll the dice, pick a name out of a hat and see which one we check out. So that's what I watched. What did you guys watch? How'd you like it? Did it live up to your expectation for the challenge? Was it good? Was it just okay? Are you looking forward to the Betty Davis, Katharine Hepburn challenge? Start talking, man. Let's hear it. Let's hear those voices chiming in the comment section. Who is better, Leo or Christian Bale? Ooh, Dave, that's a great question. But look, you could have picked two more banger actors. Both of these guys bring it. For me personally, it's Leo. It's Leo DiCaprio, man. That guy is so amazing. And I say that without any shade towards Christian Bale, but Leo, the stuff I've seen Leo do, it just blows me away. Like Django Unchained, anything with Tarantino. Wolf of Wall Street with Scorsese. That's the performance that just won me over to Scorsese and to Leo. I'm like, that how he didn't win for that kind of blows my mind. I know The Revenant is the one that he won for, but Wolf of Wall Street, man, it's sort of like, Paul Newman not winning for The Verdict or other things that he should have won for. So it's like, let's give it to him for Color of Money. Even though it was great in Color of Money. I love Color of Money. Do not misinterpret. I thought it was great. But, and Al Pacino gets it for Scent of a Woman, but not for Godfather. You see my point. But Leo DiCaprio, yeah, I gotta take Leo to the bank on this one. That dude, like whenever he's in something, like the new movie that's coming out, I can never remember the title, but it's the one with Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn. Oh man, Sean Penn's looking wicked in this movie. But yeah, I can't wait to see that. That just looks wild. We're also gonna drop this graphic since I can't show it to you. I do have box office. I can tell you. So whenever you guys are ready for some BO, let me know. Oh, you got Bale all day. There you go. See, there it is. I look, and I can't even argue that. Bale is fantastic too. Look, The Fighter, Ford versus Ferrari, of course, just turn as Batman. If you're watching the replay, your choice matters. Well, thanks, Caveman. That's a nice guy. Your choice does matter. Can't stand Leo? Oh, man. Dude, he's so good. What can't you stand about Leo? Well, why can't you stand Leo? Is it because he's always dating hot young chicks that he should be dating more people closer to his age? Is that the thing? All right, Steve, I dig it. Taylor Swift is my dream girl. Oh, yeah, that's right, because our birthday is so close together. Hers 13th, yours 15th. Yeah, she's all engage-a-ronied now. You had your chance, Dave. Should have swooped in. We're 14 likes. Okay, we're almost at an hour. 14 likes. Oh, come on. I'm fading. Yeah. Anyway, come on, man. Hit those like buttons, y'all. That's it. It doesn't take any effort. You just go like this, click, and you can move on. If you're just popping in because you only got 2 minutes, well, cool, man. Slap it. Dave, I think she's taking it. Exactly. Poor Dave. Is Superman digital release too early? That's a good question. Well, here's the thing. Yes, to me personally, I think it's still doing so well in the theater. In fact, let's see. You know what? I sort of like, I feel like that tees us up nicely to talk about the box office. So let's do that. Yeah, let's see. Hang on. It's funny how I could share stuff earlier, but I can't now. Boo hits. But we'll talk about box office and we'll talk about how things survived and what a surprise for number one and number two. So you're talking about should Superman have been out this early? So the movie is still in the top 10, okay, after 8 weeks. So if it can hang on, I think the longest, I forget, I watch, I don't know if you guys watch Dan Murrell. The guy's got a great channel. He does a whole thing about by the numbers. And only one movie, and it might be Sinners, I think it could be Sinners, was on the top 10 for 10 weeks. All these other ones tied for 8. There's a lot that are tied for 8, and Superman has now tied that for 8. If it can hang on, but, again, that digital thing might get in the way. Maybe it's number 8. It can hang on to be number 10. So that'll give it 9 weeks. But yes, man, I feel like with all the momentum it still had in the theater and it's still in the top 10 and you're going to drop it on digital so quickly. And there was some rumor that it was happening because of Peacemaker season 2. Look, I saw Peacemaker, the first episode of season 2. Great show, great episode. There's no real bearing on you needing to see Superman on digital before watching Peacemaker. Like, just watch. In fact, if you see, because there's a connective scene that's in Superman that's also in Peacemaker. So it doesn't really matter. If anything, if you're curious, go back out to the theater and find out what that is instead of like the convenience of your home. I don't know. I mean, for me, hey, it's great. That means I'm going to be getting it on physical media in a few weeks. So if that's what James Gunn wants to do, I'm happy to get it early, but I also would like it to make more money. It's, you know, it's doing great here. Let's get to the Superman box real quick since we're talking about that. It has made 351 million domestically, which is great. Only 259 worldwide, so it's definitely got more local appeal than it did broad. And it's got a worldwide of 611. So that's pretty good. I think that accomplished what James Gunn and DC and Warner Brothers wanted for the DC franchise. So that am cool. But the top 5, Weapons is number 1. Again, it was number 2 last week. Boom, jumps back into the number 1 because there was no real competition. 12.7. The only competition was Jaws, which was number 2, like in my thumbnail, man. The shark from like 50 years ago got 9.9 million. And I'm giving y'all sort of the 4-day total. So it's because today's or yesterday was a holiday. So it sort of played into those numbers a little bit. Look, Freakier Friday still in the top 5 after 4 weeks. That's really good. You know, it never did snag that number 1 spot because I think it came out when Weapons came out, but it has retained its top 5 status really well. Coming in now, originally, when it was the 3-day total, Caught Stealing was 4th and The Roses came in 5th. But according to Box Office Mojo right now, those have swapped places, and The Roses came in 4th place at 8 mil, and then Caught Stealing at 7.8. But it's interesting to note that the two new movies, and we'll call Jaws is a new release as well because it's a re-release, but it's a new movie this week. That was number. But the 2 genuine brand new movies that have never seen the light of day in a movie, they finished 4th and 5th. So The Roses and Caught Stealing just didn't appeal to anybody for whatever reason. In fact, people would rather go see that whole what's that thing about weapons? Let's go check that out. Or hey, let's go see what it was like to have Jaws, see it in the cinema, and that's what I did. It was fantastic. I got to see Jaws and Prince and Honey Don't. So almost a grand slam there, but no. So there you go. Why? Yeah, I wonder why. But it also knocks Fantastic Four out of the top 5 at 6.3. Then followed by The Bad Guys, 6.2. Bad Guys, oh, by the way, I saw The Bad Guys as well. And that was super funny. Because what was that my double feature? Yeah, I think that was my double feature, was Jaws and The Bad Guys 2. I think, I forget. I saw Bad Guys 2 or something. But that was very enjoyable. It was very funny. The animation is hilarious. The voice acting. Man, Alex Borstein, she plays the commissioner, or the chief, as they keep calling her. I'm the commissioner. It's very. I like the Bad Guys movies. I think they're drawn very well. The animation, it's like I said, it's funny. Anyway, liked it. Superman's at 8, 3.2. Nobody 2 is at 2.4, and at number 10 is The Naked Gun with 2.3. So, how are we doing against each other? Superman's still, I think, the big movie of the year domestically. Yeah, right now. Now, I don't think it hasn't topped. I'd be curious. It hasn't topped Minecraft, that's for sure. And I know F1 is doing good worldwide as well. So did Sinners. But Warner Brothers is having a great year. By the way, did you hear? So guess who's pushing the release of Mortal Kombat? Speaking of Warner Brothers, Mortal Kombat 2 was scheduled to come out, in October, in just like a couple of weeks. It's almost here. And now they want to move it. They think they have something good enough to put in the summer. They want to, from what I understand, push it 6 months, which pushes it in the summer, because they think they got something that'll play along with the big boys. Pay attention, Mortal Kombat. We had movies that should have done huge this summer. Major IPs that just, we had a lot of failed movies this summer. There was a ton of them, actually. A lot of things underperformed. And I think if you can release, I mean, look at the success of both Sinners and Minecraft. Both of those came out in April, not the summer. In April, April is a hot month. It doesn't matter if there's no competition around your movie. This is why Weapons is doing so good. Weapons comes out in August, and it's still number one because there's not a lot of competition. If you put something that they like this, they think is going to be a big deal, just keep it on the date. You've already built up the momentum. Everyone that cares about that. I personally couldn't stand the first one of these. I thought it was awful. It was boring. It was slow. The characters were dull. The new lead character, who wasn't even in the video game, is super dull. And this one at least has Carl Urban, who looks, kind of hilarious as Johnny Cage. Is much older than I would expect the character to be. But hey, it's Carl Urban. I'll take it. Well, all your excitement gets to get squashed. So all this momentum you've been building up with a cool trailer and people talking about the trailer and it's getting good buzz and we're ready to go. It's here just 2 weeks away. Let's go see some Mortal Kombat. Ugh. There it is. There it is. Mortal Kombat. It's been pushed. So we have to wait. We have to wait 6 months. How are we going to keep that momentum going? You're going to release a few more trailers. You can't keep releasing trailers because you're just going to keep giving more of the movie away. And then at that point, people are going to go see it during the summer. They're going to see all the things that you've seen in all the trailers that you've now released. It won't have the excitement factor because you'll ruin half of the things. And then it'll play, in my opinion, less than it would have done if you'd have released it right now during Halloween time, man. It's like Halloween's full of costumes and characters and, monsters and people like, look, I dressed as Mortal Kombat back in the day. I was a Scorpion. Yeah, man, I was a damn good Scorpion too. So I don't know. I think that's a big miss right there. There you go. There's our box office thing. I got more topics to talk about. Should we need to jump to them? Jeff, but anyway, Jeff is here. What's it? Yeah. In case I didn't hail you enough. Hello, Jeff. I forget. It's been a while. When I tangent, I forget where I leave off. Anyway, got some haze going. So Weapons only barely got to number one. Well, I mean, it's not even a barely, just the fact that it's fourth week in the theater. The fact that it took number one is crazy. Like, why didn't The Roses Are Caught Stealing? It tells you something too. Like the curiosity of Weapons, the premise is like 17, I think it's 17 kids disappear from this one classroom overnight. No one knows how or why, where they went or what the deal is. And that's an interesting premise to people. So they want to see what's the deal with that? And how does that end? Like, how do you wrap that up? And I guess that's still appealing to people. And rewatching a movie from 50 years ago has more appeal than two brand new movies like The Roses. So kind of, in my opinion, it easily, I mean, I'm just going with you, guy, and I'm not, saying going against you. I'm saying it kind of easily took it 12.7. That is substantially more money than The Roses and Caught Stealing, almost 5 million more than both of them. So that it's almost like those movies barely made it to the top 5. Is the way I look at it. And look, and Freakier Friday still holding on in the middle after 4 weeks, also doing better than those two movies. Shocking, man. Shocking. But I'm with you. I mean, I get you. The fact that it's number one, it was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Let's see. Work meeting time. All right, buddy. Catch the replay later. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Bye, KB. You are the man. Remember, everybody, go to KB's channel, like, sub, watch the show tonight. Everybody saying have a good one. Everybody say, yo, Brian. Wait, did I miss? Is like Brian Goes Blue here? Did I miss? Did I miss a Brian, bud? Let's see. What's Sue going to get? Oh, we did Sue already. Yeah, we did that. Oh, it could be B-dubs. There you go. See you later, KB. Let's see. Looking forward to your conversation tonight. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I get so locked in the B-dubs. Yeah, of course. That Brian. There's so many Brians. I'm actually Brian, too. That's why I called my channel Huck's Pop Culture Cafe, because there was your Brian, and there's Brian Goes Blue, and there's a couple other Brians. I'm like, all right, I can't. tag another Brian. So I'll just go with my nickname. It's my high school nickname. Last name's Huckabee. So I went with the old nickname, y'all. JD. Yeah, Tiger Blues. Like, have you seen 1993 Jeff Bridges' Fearless, where Bridges survives a plane crash? Whoa, great movie. Haven't seen it in 25 years. Ooh, I don't know if I've seen that. It sounds familiar. I love me some Jeff Bridges, and that sounds like a really cool flick. So maybe that'll be on my watch. Well, I have to figure. I don't know what's. Look, by the way, round of applause for anybody that's taken just 1 week of the 52-week challenge and just watched one, even if it's just one movie. I picked this week and it was fun. We're on the last third, y'all. We're on the last stretch. So we're coming up to week 35. Can you believe week 35 out of 52? So if I can plug Fearless in somewhere, I'm going to try to. If not, hell, I'll just watch it. I'll just watch it. Says, I'm all caught up on the challenge. Nice, the courtroom drama. And which one did you see, sir? We got to go chat in our little section and find out. Huck, what movies are you looking forward to seeing in the theaters for the year? Again, well, let's see. All right, here, let's see. Let's just figure what we'll kind of maybe take it, month by month and see. For the rest of this month, I mean, I know like Hamilton's coming back out, but I mean, The Long Walk looks interesting. It looks a little depressing too, so I'm not super excited for that, but I think it's going to be an interesting thing. I think Spinal Tap 2 looks hilarious. I enjoyed the first Spinal Tap, and they showed the trailer of that in front of Prince, which is very funny. They got the new Predator Badlands that's coming out. Predator Badlands looks pretty cool. Let's see. They're also doing a lot of re-release. Anybody going to go see the re-releases of Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3? They're re-releasing all of those. And again, Avatar. I'm looking forward to seeing Avatar later this year. Oh, and the Smashing Machine with The Rock. I think that looks really good. I think The Rock has a solid chance at an Oscar nomination. Whether it's a win, who knows? But just from the trailer I've seen and the type of storyline that it is, I think he's got a shot. Kind of reminds me of Warrior with Mickey Rourke when he was the wrestler, and he got a lot of recognition, notoriety for that. So I think that The Rock might be in a similar situation for that. So those are some of the ones, just, spitball in there. Thanks, Jeff. Should be a lot of fun. Can't wait. Caveman says, one of the pairs I can think of is Hot Shot and Hot Shots Part 2. Oh, yeah. Nice, dude. Yeah, in case you haven't looked on my channel, I have a new community challenge. Thanks, by the way, guy, for reminding me. I have a community challenge where it's like, basically, it's a 2-pack. It's a movie that only got one sequel and stopped. And so there's only 2 movies in the franchise. So like Airplane 1 and 2, Wayne's World 1 and 2, Ace Ventura. You know what I'm saying? And you got your Hot Shots Part 1 and 2, and that's it. So that's how it's done. It's not like you take a franchise that has 13 and then you pick number 3 and 4. Those are the 2. No, that's part of a huge franchise that kept going. It has to be 2 movies and it stopped. And it's not like remakes. So you don't take the original Psycho and you pair it with the remake of Psycho. Those they're not paired together as sequels. One's a completely different remake. So that's not how it works. It's basically just, it's like they were going to start making a trilogy and then they stopped. Like, for example, you could even jump on a couple right now because technically they are a double feature, which is Nobody 1 and 2. We don't have a third one yet. You could assume there will be a trilogy, but if you wanted to use it right now, you could. The Accountant 1 and 2, you could use that. I left both of those up because I feel like maybe they're on their way to a trilogy, but it's a fun experiment. I mean, look, you got your Conan 1 and 2. Like, the list goes on and on. It's enormous. I could be here all day. In fact, I was thinking of doing a night show where I just talk about these double features that I think would be a lot of fun. So if anybody's keen on that, just let me know in the comments. Say, oh yeah, dude, let's do that. That sounds like a good conversation because there are tons of double features that you don't even think about. And I'm sure there's some in the horror genre that I'm not even familiar with. There's got to be like a horror 2-pack out there that they just made, 1 and 2 of that I bet you guys know about. So yeah, go take the challenge. And even if you don't want to make a video, just go watch my video. And then in the comment section, leave me your top 5 double features. It's super fun, super easy, but you will realize, oh man, I got to think about this because there's a lot. If you're a Nick Cage fan, Sue did National Treasure 1 and 2. That was it. It was 2 movies and done. So that was fun. So if you guys challenge you, I dare you to go to the challenge and take part. It'll be a good time. Do you do the 52-week movie challenge every year? I'll definitely do this next year. I do. I started last year and had tons of fun. Nailed it 100%. Very proud of myself. Mika joined me and KB. And so this year, I'm going to keep doing it because it's allowing me to discover films I wouldn't have just popped in normally. So what I do, Mr. Dubs, is I give myself the genre first, whatever the topic is. So if the last one was courtroom drama or political thriller, but I don't decide my list until the week of. I know that others do it differently. I think Mika, she does hers where she pre-plans all 52 and locks them in. And then as she goes on, she indicates on Letterboxd if she watched them or not, and then what the ratings are. For me, I want to have a little flexibility because what didn't work for me in 2 years ago, which is why I failed. I think I watched 4 out of the 52. So anybody, don't feel bad because I blew it 2 years ago because the list we were using was from someone else and the movies were also predetermined. Not even just the topic. The movies were all predetermined. And if you're not in the mood for that movie, you're going to pass that week by. You're just going to, and that's how I found out for myself to change it and just come up with the genre and then give yourself some choices. So for me, the courtroom drama, you should have seen it, y'all. I had a stack of 10 movies out there. I had No Way Out. I had Enemy of the State. I had A Few Good Men for the courtroom drama. I mean, pile. So when I get to that week, I'm like, oh, look at all the choices I can pick. And then it's like, like a Christmas time. I'm like, oh, which one's going to win? And then I picked 12 Angry Men because it was one I also hadn't seen. And that was important. So this year's challenge is not just see things you haven't seen, but also take movies off your shelf and watch them. Even if you've seen it, but it's still wrapped, take it off the shelf, unwrap it, and show that collection some love. So this year has been a nice little back and forth of that. So some have been movies I've seen before because I bought it and never watched it. And that's got to stop. If you're not going to open it and watch it, just take it off the shelf, sell it at a secondhand store. But show it some love. So I've been doing that this year. So yeah, I'm completely confident that I will be doing it again next year. So brother, stick around, be on the lookout because it's coming, man. It's coming. We'll come up with all new genres, topics, if you will. If anybody has, look, I'll put it out there right now. If you have a certain topic like you want, like, and it could be anything. It could be movies from a certain actor, like, oh, pick a Betsy Russell movie, right? So it's like Tomboy or those guys totally off the cuff. You know what I mean? Like it can be totally silly stuff like that. But yeah, just look at the list from this year. If you can go to my Letterboxd and look at the list from the year before, and you'll look at all the topics, all the genres or whatever you want to call them, and see which ones you like, and then we'll just keep it going, try to come up with new ones. There's always going to be ones that I repeat because I think they're important. I will tell you this, on this year's challenge, it was watch a movie. I think that on the numbers 25 and 50, it's always going to be watch a 25th anniversary of a movie, boom, and a 50th anniversary of a movie, boom. And then I also have movies that won an Academy Award from, I think it's Universal and Paramount this year. So I'm going to keep those, but then I'm going to switch the studios and I'll do Warner Brothers and, Sony or something like that. So I like keeping the general idea, but then changing the studio, stuff like that. So things like that will stick around. But who knows? Let me know what topics you guys would love. So I'm doing the original 12 Angry Men. Yeah. And the remake for the remake. Oh, nice, dude. There you go. Ooh, that's good stuff. See, I didn't even think of that. You got the remake coming up. Great cast in the remake. Soprano, right? So good. Let's see what you got. One Battle of the, that's the Leo DiCaprio movie, right? Kind of a forgettable title, but yeah, like that. Smashing Machine, Shelby Oaks, Frankenstein, yep, Springsteen, Diamond, Running Man. Oh, there you go, Running Man. Dude, I don't know. Is Knives? Are they going to put Knives Out 3 out? I don't know. I know they did it for Glass Onion, and they put it out for 1 week. 1 week, and it was top 5. I don't know if it was number 1, but it was, I forget, but it was top 5. And then they pulled it, so it only made about 15 million because that's what you make on your first week. And when it's, and they probably don't even put it out during the summer. They put it out probably during, like, you know, September, whatever they're going to do. I don't know. But if it comes out, I'm seeing that. I'm curious though, like, and Frankenstein too. That's also a, now that one, is that Netflix or is that Apple? I forget. I know it's a streaming thing. I want to say Netflix. So again, Frankenstein may not get a lot of love. The only movie that I can think of currently from a streaming service that literally got the long-term in the theater love was F1, because Apple did that one. So yeah, it's a good list though, dude. Freaking also directed K Mutiny. Court Martial wasn't nearly as good as the movie from the 50s. Oh, Eli, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Everybody's excited that you're here. African Queen. There it is. What did I say? African Safari. Yes, African Queen. That's the one that's probably, currently that is highest on my list. That's the one. I even said that, and my wife goes, "Oh, that's a good movie." I'm like, "Oh, okay then," because she's seen a lot of older films too. So that's probably gonna do it. Oofda. What's going on, Oofda? So yeah, B-dubs, African Queen. That's the one. Yep, you guys nailed it. What else? Dave's also thinking Wicked, For Goods, number 11, Avatar, Housemaid, Marty Supreme. Look at that. Let's see. Eli says, Adrian, my guy, doing awesome, brother. Cool. Hisham says, speaking about 12 Angry Men, but this is funny logic. Why are there no women in 12 Angry Men? Well, I think because in 1957, I don't really know the politics back in the day, but I don't think there was a lot of women on in juries back then. I mean, we had to progress as a society. Honestly, if anything should have had a woman in it, it would have been the remake, because we're at that time where it would make sense at least a woman be in there. But then you kind of can't use the title 12 Angry Men. It would have to just be 12 Angry Jurors. But because you are doing a remake of 12 Angry Men, you got to kind of keep it. I mean, that's just, it's in the title, y'all. So we do get it freshened up by having Mary McDonald as the judge. So we do get a female in high position, the highest position, even though the role is very tiny. So yeah, that's why I think it's all just politics of the time. 18 likes. Oh my gosh, y'all, we're at 9:15. We didn't even hit 20 likes. Oh, I'm crushed, y'all. I'm going to be sad. Give me that 20. Should be hitting like 25. Oh, nice. Cool. Come on, here we go. Huck, have you seen those Tron 4Ks? They look good, dude. Adrian, they look good, but they also make me mad, bruh. They just I'm all angry because it's like, it's Disney, and they're just gonna get us with those prices. They're just gonna stick it to us, and it's gonna be like $50 each, or I don't know. They're going to be expensive. And those are coming out, September 16th. So it'll be that week. So in fact, here, I'm looking at it right now on Blu-ray.com. Let's take a look. I'm just going to tell y'all what Amazon is going to currently sell this for. Is it even, the price isn't even listed yet. That's kind of weird, because usually they have it listed by now. They have it listed by now. So they're being a little squirrely, not telling us. All right, so that was for Tron Ares. Let's try the original Tron. Yeah, these 4K steelbooks, I mean, they look gorgeous. Like, I would totally get them, because I don't, well, I say that. I have both of them in my collection on Blu-ray. No, I'm lying. I don't have the original Tron in my collection at all. Also, no price on Tron. So yeah, you just wait though. You wait in 2 weeks when those drop. If those are like $50+ each, then I will leave it for someone else. Cause yeah, don't need it. Yeah, I thought so, Brian. Yeah, there it was. You're the Brian Dubs. I figured it out. I use math. I use science. But yeah, sweet. Love all the Bryans in the world. Let's go, Bryans. So many Bryans. Let's go, Bryans. It's good stuff, man. Michael's here. What's up, dog? Good to see you, man. I got to run. All right, Brian, get out of here, man. Catch the rest on the replay. Have a great rest of your day. Will do. You do the same, sir. Slap that. I'm sure you've already slapped that like button, but if you just got here and you're staring down at that thumb button, it's just sitting there, and you're like, oh, I have not slapped that yet. Well, by golly, do so. I have Fearless, and it's a film on my watch list. I'm gonna have to check it out then. I've seen Altered States. Yeah, that was a long time ago, so don't recall a lot about it, but it was a wicked little movie. Yeah, little William Hurt in that thing. Mm-hmm. There you go. Cool. You like movies with an abstract, sorry, chewing nice thing component. Donnie Darko is another good one. Yeah, that's a weird one. Altered States coming out in 4K. So that might be one I have to just give another look first, because I literally have never. See, this is what we got to be careful with, y'all. When we're doing our collecting and cool titles we remember coming out, it's like until like that was announced, like when was the last time you've had the urge? And I'm not talking about you in particular, just reminding me to think of this. That you've wanted to watch Altered States? Has that always been like a movie you've loved and high on your list? I know some people, maybe it is. It's like they really love Altered States and they're excited to pick that up. But for me, it's like, oh, I haven't thought of Altered States since it came out. So that probably means don't buy it for me, because I might even take a while to get to watching it. And then when I watch it, I'll be like, oh yeah, all right, that was okay. Because I know that was my feeling when I watched it originally. I remember, for example, I use, other reactions to weigh things, right? So for me, like I see American Werewolf in London. When I saw that, oh, that's a lasting impression. I know that I love that. Altered States, I remember the impression, which was, oh, that was kind of interesting. That was wicked. That was kind of creepy. But I've never really had the urge to revisit that. And that's what I got to start telling myself as all these new releases keep coming out. It comes out in a special edition in a big old chunky box or a big old Zavi $80 box or what. I'm like, is that a movie I've thought about? Like, look, I still haven't picked up Congo from Vinegar Syndrome. Anybody else grab Congo? Like, and watch it? Like, and I'm not talking about, like, if you're a diehard Congo fan, then this question is not for you. If you thought you liked Congo and you picked up the Congo Vinegar Syndrome and you watched it, did it change your mind? Or did you go, oh yeah, that movie's just okay? But now you have the Vinegar Syndrome copy. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to avoid those purchases anymore. Which is why I won't upgrade Lost in Space. I've got the Scream Factory. It's good. I'm done. If to get the 4K, it would probably just sit there. And I don't want to get rid of the other one. So, Tiger Blue, interesting. I'll have to think about it. All right. So anyway, I've let you ponder. Here's my friend Mika's here. Hello. Mika, what'd you watch? What'd you watch for the thing? And by the way, I mean, if anybody has to do a double feature, it's my girls right here. Like, I want to see your list, Mika. I want to see. I'm just dying. I know you can have some good creepy stuff in there that I don't know about. I don't know what's your double feature going to be, or have you? And look, this is also the algorithm of YouTube. If you've put it up, like I don't know, like I'll have to actually do the search to find out, which I haven't done yet. But anyway, so if you guys want to do the thing, to do the double feature, I want to see what you have. Knives Out 3 is coming to theaters for 1 week. There you go, the day before Thanksgiving, and then it'll be going to Netflix, and then Frankenstein's going to be in theater for 1 week. There you go. Dave knows. See, 1 week, only 19, guys. I'm going to sign off then. My goodness, no one's slapping me like I know more than 19 people. Okay, there we go, 20 have been in and out of here since it started. So thank you for the 20, y'all. Huck, I will send you this video that John Campea did where he talks about Frankenstein coming up to theaters for 1 week. Nice. I do like John Campea. Good guy. Nope, haven't gotten Congo. Have no interest. See, there you go. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just wondering if anybody has gotten Congo. And if they have, and you're not a super fan, but you think you remember liking it. Oh, but it's a cool Vinegar Syndrome with the magnetic. I gotta get that package. That kind of mentality. That's who I want to hear from. I want to hear, when you got that, were you satisfied? Or are you just like, it's still just okay. But hey, got that nice box with the magnetic flap. We're actually filming it today. Let's go. And I love the Wii. So you're doing the double. Oh, I am so excited to see this video. Or pre-recorded. Oh, yeah. Look, I'll tell you, if I go on and do a night show, if I can squeeze in, like I said, daughter's heading out to college, so I got 2 more weeks. So I don't know if I'll try to do it before then, but if and when I do, I'll see if a couple of you want to come on and talk double features with me, man. They just showed off the slips for Tron 4K. I like them a lot. Probably more affordable. Yeah, I know. So I didn't see the slips yet. So, but again, those will probably be, instead of 30, their 4Ks tend to be 34, right? Am I right? For whatever reason, Disney always thinks they're shit on stank, and they just charge more than everybody else. I don't get it. Their stuff isn't better than anybody else's, but they sure charge like they are. I know why there's no woman in Trade Room, because they can't stand down. Can't stand down and concentration with beautiful women. Oh, so you think they would distract from the men? They could, but I know I think they could. Sounds like you still have PTSD from Barbara. Somebody watches my channel. Look, I mean, you're not wrong. Tiger Blue, you're not wrong, because that's exactly what I'm saying. Is Barbarella, that dude, you couldn't have cited a better example. That's a movie I've never thought about. I'd never even seen it before. People were making videos about Barbarella and the chunky box, and it's pretty sweet. And of course, at Arrow had the sale, so I bought it on sale for 30, because if it's the chunky box, those are 30, and then the regular boxes are 25. And it was just okay. I don't know why people herald it as a great movie. It's not. It's not a good movie. Now, you can love it from a cheesy aspect. That's great. Like, love it all. I love some good cheesy movies. Like Deathstalker, anybody? Deathstalker movies? Come on, those are super cheesy. I love those things. In fact, those are out on a 2-pack. There's a twofer on 4K. However, I think they did end up making a Deathstalker 3. So I don't know although it's released as a 2-pack, but still, if there's a Deathstalker 3, here, let's test. Let's just do, okay. The best way to do it is you go to IMDb. All right, we're going to do that right now. I'm just going to type in Deathstalker. We'll see how many pop up. Watch it be like just a full chain of them. So we got Deathstalker. They did one in 2005. Deathstalker 2, Duel of the Titans. Yeah, and then, because that was 87, and then 88 was Deathstalker and the Warriors from Hell. Deathstalker 4, Match of the Titans in 91. So already not a 2-pack, not a double feature. Can't do it. But yeah, anyway, why is it staggering here? I think it's still... Oh, KB, we got to talk about this. Huck, I'm only getting 2 more 4Ks in November, and December getting The Mask. That is one I want to get. Absolutely. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So Ninja Turtles, right, y'all? That's in that big old chunky box. It's like $60 for the 3 movies. I didn't really grow up. That's a little past my growing up time. So I don't have the fondness of those 3 that I know a lot of people do. So I'm not super encouraged to get the chunky box on those. But I know it's going to be a big hit. It's going to be a big sale. Everybody's going to have that. It will sell out because there's a lot of Turtles fans. I might wait for the watered down version for those. But I don't know. Daughter going off to college too, so I don't know if I have turtle money. Probably not. This is going to be expensive, y'all. 5 movies. That's pretty good, though. Never seen Barbarella. Have no interest. And there's going to be a remake with Sydney Sweeney. But look. If you can remake that into a better movie, look, Sydney Sweeney, well, hell yeah, I'll go see that. But you can't make a cheesy bad movie like that today with someone like her. and people go see it, it'll just be awful. It won't do well. So it's got to have real merit to it. It's sort of like talking about her boyfriend, right? So you've got The Running Man, right? Come on. So that's going to be that's like a remake that's really good. Yeah, or looks like it's going to be really good. So if you're going to do Barbarella, you got to make it like that, right? Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hug. Did you see that big box set? To the Future set for the 40th anniversary. Talking about Back to the Future. Yes, I have seen that. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, it's just another box set, though. I feel like I have 4K Steelbooks. I have the 4K set that I want to expand into the. I mean, it's like I know there's 40th anniversary and there's new stuff on it, but again, I didn't buy the Jaws 50th because it had just the one new documentary. The documentary was actually on Disney Plus. So I watched the documentary on Disney Plus. It was absolutely fantastic. And I didn't have to rebuy Jaws for the fifth, sixth, whatever time to replace the 4K that I have over there because it has a new. We got to stop doing that, y'all. We got to stop doing those things. Anyway. But what was I saying about earlier? Yeah, The Running Man. Glenn Powell, that's what I was going to say. So Glenn Powell's in that. He does. It looks like it's going to be a great remake. That's looking forward to that. All right, so before we call it a day, let you guys go. Anything else? Any other topics you guys want to chat about? Otherwise, like I said, leave me stuff in the comment section. What you want me to do for little topics to talk about, like this or that, or higher, lower, things like that. I'm just spitballing. I'll think of something. I'll lock it down, and then we'll share it in the section. So another question that I saw somebody sent me was, do I think Supergirl can do as good as Superman? Why not? Why wouldn't it? So all Superman had to do was establish a fun universe, right? And it did that. Now and the Supergirl story, Woman of Tomorrow, is a really great comic book story that is, we'll see what they do with it, but it's supposed to be a really great story. And you got Lobo in it. So look, our boy Momoa, right? He's finally getting to play this character. He looks just like the character, right? He's been wanting to play this for a long, long time. So he's finally going to get to do that. So there you go. It's fine. Let's see. What you gotta do? I say a movie adaptation into books. Oh, okay. That is a good topic. All right. Movie adaptations from books. All right. That's all right. Well, we'll think about that one. All right, y'all. Something I do need to do is finish watching or keep watching Alien Earth. I watched the first 2 episodes and that was really good. Anybody else watch Alien Earth? It was a good start. I like the tone, like the mojo. Man, to have a spooky alien series on TV. I'm a sci-fi nut, so I'm stoked for that. So, but yeah, my friends, there we are. We're at a nice hour and a half, a little bit longer than I wanted to go, but I think it's been a good chat today. Remember to go check out KB and Luke's channel and Guy's channel, everybody's channel. Go check them out. Got some good. Dave, go check out his channel. All kinds of channels. If you got channels in here, go check them out. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by for a good Tuesday morning mug here in the cafe. It's been a hoot and a half. And you guys, look at that. Target Blue even says, cheers for the stream, Huck. Yes, everybody have a great day. Let me hit up my members, and then we'll see you guys next week. Take care, guys. All my cafe members for their support. And if you'd like to be a cafe member to help support the channel, please consider hitting that join button now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. We'll see you on the next one.